Would somebody please send somebody down to grab both the commissioners, or at least one? Oh, there's one. Okay. There we go. We're on fire. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, call the meeting back to order. What I do need to do is something that I did not take care of earlier. There's one item we do need to take care of, which is to appoint Greg Giordano to the canvassing board. Okay, can I have have a motion?
Second.
Have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Greg Giordano is now on the canvassing board. Thank you all.
He's one of your designated alternates.
Designated alternate. Yep. Thank you. Okay. Procedures to adopt a tentative FY 2021 millage rate and budget. This is the first public hearing to adopt the fiscal 2021 budget for the Pasco County Board of County Commissioners, Pasco County, Florida. Citizens will be provided an opportunity to speak during the public comment portion of the hearing. Mr. Garwick, do we have proof of notice for this meeting?
Mr. Chair and members of the board, notification for this meeting was provided in the trim or truth and millage notices mailed to each property owner.
Thank you. In accordance with the Florida Statute 200.065, the first issue to be discussed in the recommended millage rates and the percentage changes from the rollback rates.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, the aggregate millage rate as advertised on the trim notices was 9.3308 mils, which represents a 0.80% increase from the aggregate rolled back rate of 9.2566 mils. The reason the aggregate millage rate is higher is because the total taxable value increased between last year and this year, generating additional revenue levied for the same millage rate. Table 1 in your handout shows the millage rates for the various county levies and a comparison of the recommended millage rates to the rolled back rates, as well as the prior year adopted millage rates. Rather than read this chart into the record, we have provided copies to each commissioner, board records, and members of the audience. Tonight, I would like to ask the commission to adopt the tentative millage rates and total budget. The millage rates adopted tonight are the maximum allowed by Florida law without mailing each property owner an additional notice. The board can reduce the millage rates tonight through the final hearing on September 18. Sorry, that should be final hearing September 21, 2021. However, the millage rate cannot be increased. Later in the meeting, should the commission wish to modify the budget.
Bob, that would be
Sir. 2020,
2020, Why
yes.
don't you go over that date one more time?
Yes, the final hearing is on September 21, 2020. However, the millage rates cannot be increased. Later in the meeting, should the commission wish to modify the budget, we ask that staff be directed to return on September 21st at the final public hearing with the desired amendments. At this time, I'd like to give a brief summary of the general fund, transportation fund budgets, stating the tentative millage rates, the percentage change from the rolled back rate, and the reasons for such a change. The tentative millage rate for the general fund is 7.6076 mils, which is a 2.84% increase from the rolled back rate of 7.3978. The tentative millage rate is the same as last year's millage rate. The county realized a 7.7% increase in taxable assessed values over the past year. Compared to the current fiscal year, the tentative general fund expenditure budget represents an increase of $4.8 million. The main factors for this include a $3.1 million increase in reserves, fully funding the sheriff's budget request, a wage increase for board and constitutional officer employees, the opening of Starkey Ranch Library, hiring an additional attorney, and preparing for the opening of Fire Station 42. Prior action by the Florida legislature has eliminated the requirement for a mandatory transportation ad valorem tax. No transportation millage was levied last year, and we propose no millage be assessed this year for the Transportation Trust Fund. At this time, I would ask that the board accept public comment and then vote on the general fund and Transportation Trust Fund millage rates and associated budgets. The minimum vote required to levy the general fund millage rate is a simple majority or 3 votes according to the maximum millage rate calculation.
Thank you, sir. So this is the time for public comment. Do we have anybody signed up to speak?
We have no WebEx and no email.
Okay, do we have anybody at the kiosk?
There's no one at the kiosk for this item.
Okay.
You That my mic was off. There is no WebEx and no email.
Okay, so we do not have anybody signed up for public comment. We have nobody at the kiosk to speak in person. Any discussion by the board at this time? Seeing none, is there a motion to adopt the tentative millage rate for the general fund of 7.6076 mils?
Move approval.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Is there a motion to adopt the tentative millage rate for the transportation trust fund of 0 mils?
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, I will now provide a summary of the fire municipal service taxing unit budget, stating the tentative millage rate, the percentage change from the rolled back rate, and the reasons for the change. The fire municipal service taxing unit fund has a tax levy of 1.8036 mils. This represents a 3.41% increase from the rolled back rate of 1.7442. The increase in property values results in an additional $4.4 million in property tax revenue. The total fund is $4.6 million higher than the
Mr. Goring, I apologize. We're going to have to stop for a second. Commissioner Wells is actually on WebEx, and since he's not here in person, we're going to need to do a roll call vote. So I'm going to have to back up again real quick. So I'll restate my prior two motions, or somebody can make the motion, I should say. Is there a motion to adopt the tentative millage rate for general fund of 7.6076 mils? I have a motion by Commissioner Oakley.
Second.
I have a second by Commissioner Mariano. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
District 1, Commissioner Oakley.
Aye.
District 3, Commissioner Starkey.
Aye.
District 4, Commissioner Wells.
Aye.
District 5, Commissioner Mariano.
Aye.
District 2, Chairman Moore.
Aye, motion passes 5-0. Is there a motion to adopt the tentative millage rate for the Transportation Trust Fund of 0 mils? Commissioner Starkey.
Second.
I have a second by Commissioner Oakley. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
District 1, Commissioner Oakley.
Aye.
District 3, Commissioner Starkey.
Aye.
District 4, Commissioner Wells.
Aye.
District 5, Commissioner Mariano.
Aye.
District 2, Chairman Moore.
Aye, motion passes 5-0. Mr. Going, I'm sorry, but please go, if you would start over again.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chair, members of the board, I'll now provide a summary of the fire municipal service taxing unit budget, stating the tentative millage rate, percentage change from the rolled back rate, the reasons for the change. The fire municipal services taxing unit fund has a tax levy of 1.8036 mils. This represents a 3.41% increase from the rolled back rate of 1.7442 mils. The increase in property tax values results in an additional $4.4 million in property tax revenue. The total fund is $4.6 million higher than the current year. The increase is primarily attributable to the negotiated firefighter wage increase, preparing for the opening of Fire Rescue Station 42, and increasing the boundary of the fire MSTU to include the city of Zephyr Hills. At this time, I would ask the board to accept public comment and then vote on the fire MSTU fund millage rates and associated budget. The minimum vote required to levy this millage rate is 2/3 or 4 votes, according to the maximum millage rate calculation.
Thank you, sir. Does anyone wish to speak to the board regarding the fire municipal service taxing unit? So is there anybody on WebEx at this time?
No one signed up for WebEx, and there are no emails.
Anybody at the kiosk?
There is no one at the kiosk for this item.
Is there a motion to adopt the millage rate of 1.8036 mils for the fire municipal service taxing unit?
So moved.
Second.
A motion by Commissioner Mariano, a second by Commissioner Oakley. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
District 1, Commissioner Oakley.
Aye.
District 3, Commissioner Starkey.
Aye.
District 4, Commissioner Wells.
Aye.
District 5, Commissioner Mariano.
Aye.
District 2, Chairman Moore.
Aye, motion passes 5-0. Thank you.
Mr. Chair and members of the board, I will now provide a summary of the 4 voter-approved debt service millage rates. These millage rates are levied to repay the debt service for the general obligation bonds, to include the jail project at 0.0376 mils, fire rescue project at 0.0310 mils, parks and rec projects at 0.0155 mils, and library projects at 0.0161 mils. The board will notice a small increase in the millage rates for the bond projects between fiscal year 20 and fiscal year 21. The reason for the small increase was the first year of debt service was interest only, while the second year includes interest and principal. At this time, I will ask the board to accept public comment and then vote on each debt service millage rate. There is no vote requirement for these millage rates, so a simple majority or 3 votes is all that is needed.
Is anybody signed up to speak on this item, Madam Clerk?
No one signed up via WebEx nor email.
Anybody on the kiosk?
There's no one at the kiosk for this item.
Thank you. Is there a motion to adopt a millage rate of 0.0376 mils for the jail facility bond?
I move. Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Oakley, a second by Commissioner Mariano. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
District 1, Commissioner Oakley.
Aye.
District 3, Commissioner Starkey.
Aye.
District 4, Commissioner Wells.
Aye.
District 5, Commissioner Mariano.
Aye.
District 2, Chairman Moore.
Aye, motion passes 5-0. Is there a motion to adopt a millage rate of 0.0310 mils for the fire rescue bond?
I move.
Okay, I didn't catch who went first on that. I apologize. Can I get another motion?
Nope. So moved.
Commissioner Mariano?
Second.
Commissioner Mariano, a second by Commissioner Starkey. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
District 1, Commissioner Oakley.
Aye.
District 3, Commissioner Starkey.
Aye.
District 4, Commissioner Wells.
Aye.
District 5, Commissioner Mariano.
Aye.
District 2, Chairman Moore.
Aye, motion passes 5-0. And I will tell you, you're gonna, I hate to say it, the mics aren't up very loud right now, so we're gonna have to speak loud because it does bounce off of these, your sound, so it bounces right back at you. So we gotta do it loud, or whoever I hear first next to me is gonna be the one that gets the motion. Is there a motion to adopt a millage rate of 0.0156 mils for the Parks, Recreation, and Natural Resources bond?
5 mils?
It's 0.0155 mils for the Parks, Recreation, and Natural Resources bond.
Make that motion.
Second.
No parks.
I have a motion by Commissioner Starkey, a second by Commissioner Oakley. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
District 1, Commissioner Oakley.
Aye.
District 3, Commissioner Starkey.
Aye.
District 4, Commissioner Wells.
Aye.
District 5, Commissioner Mariano.
Aye.
District 2, Chairman Moore.
Aye, motion passes 5-0. Thank you. Is there a motion to adopt a millage rate of 0.0161 mils for the libraries bond?
So moved.
Second.
A motion by Commissioner Mariano, a second by Commissioner Starkey. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
District 1, Commissioner Oakley.
Aye.
District 3, Commissioner Starkey.
Aye.
District 4, Commissioner Wells.
Aye.
District 5, Commissioner Mariano.
Aye.
District 2, Chairman Moore.
Aye, motion passes 5-0.
Mr. Chairman and members of the board, I would now like to provide a summary of the remainder of the budget. If you refer to Table 2 in your handout, you will see the revenue sources and allocations identified by type without regard to individual funds as stated prior to any action taken by the board tonight. The budget totals $1,537,876,118 net of interfund transfers. At this time, I would ask the board to accept public comment, then vote on the tentative budget. There's no vote requirement for the budget, so a simple majority or 3 votes is all that is needed.
Thank you. We'll now receive public comment on the tentative budget. Do anybody sign up via WebEx, or did they send an email in?
No WebEx, no email.
Thank you. Has anybody signed up on the kiosk?
There's no one at the kiosk for this item.
Thank you. And at this time, I entertain a motion to adopt the fiscal year 2021 budget as outlined by the staff.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Mariano. So I have a second by Commissioner Oakley. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
District 1, Commissioner Oakley.
Aye.
District 3, Commissioner Starkey.
Aye.
District 4, Commissioner Wells.
Aye.
District 5, Commissioner Mariano.
Aye.
District 2, Chairman Moore.
Aye, motion passes 5-0. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman and members of the board, the actions you have taken today have set the tentative aggregate millage at 9.3308 mils, which reflects an increase of 0.80% above the rolled back rate. I will now read the resolution adopting the millage rate by title only. A resolution of the Board of County Commissioners of Pasco County, Florida, adopting the tentative levying of ad valorem taxes for Pasco County for fiscal year 2021, providing for an effective date.
Is there a motion for approval of the resolution adopting the tentative levying of ad valorem taxes for Pasco County for fiscal year 2021?
I move.
I have a motion by Commissioner Oakley,
Second.
second by Commissioner Mariano. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
District 1, Commissioner Oakley.
Aye.
District 3, Commissioner Starkey.
Aye.
District 4, Commissioner Wells.
Aye.
District 5, Commissioner Mariano.
Aye.
District 2, Chairman Moore.
Aye, motion passes 5-0.
I would now like to read the resolution adopting the budget by title only. A resolution of the Board of County Commissioners of Pasco County, Florida, adopting the tentative budget for fiscal year 2021, providing for an effective date.
Is there a motion for approval of the resolution adopting the tentative budget for Pasco County for fiscal year 2021?
Aye. Second.
You have a motion, that's a motion, Commissioner.
I have a motion by Commissioner Mariano, a second by Commissioner Oakley. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
District 1, Commissioner Oakley.
Aye.
District 3, Commissioner Starkey.
Aye.
District 4, Commissioner Wells.
Aye.
District 5, Commissioner Mariano.
Aye.
District 2, Chairman Moore.
Aye, motion passes 5-0. That was 2 ayes and 1 for Commissioner Mariano. Just kidding. We didn't catch it.
Mr. Chair, members of the board, any changes made between now and the final public hearing will be detailed in a memorandum, which will be provided to you with your agenda for the regular meeting of September 21st, 2020. Staff recommends the board provide direction prior to the final public hearing regarding any additional amendments to the tentative budget as a result of the memorandum mentioned above and any other amendments the board desires. These changes can be incorporated into the resolutions for the public hearing of September 21st, 2020.
This concludes the tentative public hearing. We are adjourned.
Thank you.